Hey everyone, my name's John Davis, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build an email list from scratch, even if you've got zero experience with email marketing. Now, the big marketers and entrepreneurs will tell you that the money is in the list, and they're right. No matter what social media platform that you use to build an audience, they have the power to shut you down in an instant, and then you've lost touch with everyone interested in your business. Not only that, email is the golden ticket to long-term growth and making more money. Did you know that Facebook paid $1 billion for Instagram, and do you know why? Well, Facebook could literally have built Instagram in a weekend. Instagram had zero revenue, yet Facebook paid big money. And it's because they wanted the customer base. They wanted Instagram's 30 million users at the time. Again, they wanted the list, which is why I'm going to show you how to build an email list from scratch. In this video, you're going to learn why we need an email list for long-term growth, how to persuade people to hand over their email without a second thought, the fastest and most affordable software that you can use to build an email list, and I'll show you step by step how easy it actually is. Now, step one is to understand why we need an email list. As I said earlier, if all of your eggs are in one social media basket, then what are you going to do if that platform collapses or they shut you down? How are you going to stay in touch with your audience, your clients, your fans? And don't assume that this can't happen. It only takes your account getting hacked or some misunderstanding or breach of the rules. But also consider the benefits of email marketing too. It's one of the best strategies to welcome people, introduce yourself, explain to people how you can help them, promote new content, build trust, and add extra touch points that people need before they would buy from you. Long-term growth and profits are very possible with effective email marketing. And the more someone engages and reads your email, the clearer their understanding of you and your business becomes. Step two is how we persuade people to hand their email over. There are many terms that describe this, such as an opt-in page, squeeze page, lead page, but in essence, it's a really simple web page where we give away a freebie in exchange for their precious email address. Keep watching and I'll show you how easy it is to create, even if you're not a techie. Now, the thing that we give away is called a lead magnet. You'll have seen these before, and no doubt you will have ended up on email lists yourself because of this. It basically involves a value proposition. In other words, imagine that you're talking to a stranger and you say to them,
"Hey, can I have your email address?"
They're probably going to say, "No thanks," and you're a weirdo. But if you give them something that they want in exchange, then your odds increase. But don't hold back here. In fact, this is your chance to make a statement and over-deliver. Give them something really, really good. You could create an ebook using something like Canva or any kind of digital product such as a recipe book, a startup guide, a checklist, some done-for-you marketing material that they can reuse. Or you could create some video training for a more personal touch. It's up to you. Step three is to promote your lead magnet. Now, this all depends on what type of content you create and where you create it. YouTube may work slightly different to a blog, for example. Hopefully you already understand your actual audience, who they are, what they need. But if you're stuck, think about who would follow you. What needs, desires, and problems do they have? Unless you're brand new, chances are that you already understand this as you're creating content already. Now, from within that content, you're going to tell them about this lead magnet. And this is usually done with CTAs, call to actions. For example, most YouTubers will say at some point,
"If you want to know more about this subject, then I've included a free thing that will help you get started. The link is in the description."
People building a business on Facebook do the same, but in some of their posts, and also have a link in their bio and maybe the profile banner. Bloggers will have sidebars and pop-ups that say, "Hey, if you want to know XYZ, then click here." And then it will take them to the opt-in page, where they enter their email, receive the free giveaway, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. Think about the white space and display options that your social platform gives you and then maximize them. And by the way, you can have more than one lead magnet too. It may be that you cover several different subjects in depth. Let's say, for example, your YouTube channel is about personal finance, but also mindset and motivation. You may have a free training course that lends itself to the finance subject, such as a guide to household budgeting, but also an ebook on the most effective affirmations for business success. Now, depending on the content you were creating, you would just use the most relevant lead magnet, because you may have different audience types depending on which subject you're discussing. In other words, make sure that your freebie is relevant. If you want a more detailed guide to creating a lead magnet, then I would highly recommend the book Lead Funnels by serial entrepreneur Russell Brunson. I'll leave a link in the description to that book. There's a ton of value in it, and it only costs a few dollars. It is well worth buying. Step 4 is to set up your automated email process. So you've got your lead magnet. Now we need 2 things. First is the simple web page that we advertise to people where they enter their email. Secondly, the software to manage our ongoing email marketing. Now, all you technophobes, don't switch off. This is way easier than you think, and I'm here to help you. I'm going to quickly show you how easy it actually is. So there are a multitude of options when it comes to building a landing page, and some of these you may already be using or you've heard of. But personally, I build them on WordPress, ClickFunnels, GrooveFunnels, and from within my email marketing software itself, which in my case is a program called GetResponse. All of these have got the pros and cons and come in at different price points. But in this video, I want to make it as easy and as quick as possible. So we're going to put everything in one place and just use GetResponse. Make it nice and simple. In fact, once you've watched this video, give this a try yourself. Don't put it off, don't delay it, or if you're like me, you'll never get round to doing it. I've added my affiliate link in the description that takes you to GetResponse. If you use that link, then I get a commission at no extra cost to you. And whilst I would really appreciate it as it keeps my kids in chocolate supplies, there's no obligation and I appreciate you anyway. So now we're on GetResponse and signed up to the most basic package, as that's all we need for now. So GetResponse is pretty low cost, and what they do include is, as well as the ability to send emails out, you can create these funnels and you can create these landing pages. There's obviously limitations around there unless you're going in at a higher price package, but you may as well just stick with the basic while you learn what you need to do. So we're actually going to go to a conversion funnel because that's the whole point. We're taking that traffic and converting them into a lead and a potential customer. And I'm just going to click on this create funnel. And then what you're going to find is it's actually really easy. GetResponse is very good for just automating most of this. And when you follow through and follow the wizard and follow the wizard sounds like something like the Yellow Brick Road. It's really simple. Some of the other platforms are more complicated where you've got to kind of create everything manually. But in this case, we're just going to follow through. And we're actually going to choose a lead magnet funnel. So it says there, this is where you give visitors a valuable resource in exchange for their email. Now, there's not going to be any originality spared in my naming conventions, so just please excuse them. I'm literally just going to call things test. Now in this bit, this is basically what you're going to give them. So you may have already created this. It could be a link to some training. It could be something you've created in, for example, a Canva. It could be an ebook. It could be anything. In fact, GetResponse give you a few sample ones here that you can use, but obviously they're only really relevant to email marketing, really. So just as an example, I haven't created one, so I could add one at the bottom there and add whatever it is you've created. For an example's sake, I'm just going to use this Content Marketing Essentials. Click on that and save. So as I said, GetResponse is really clear. It's showing us exactly what we need to do. We need to follow steps 1, 2, and 3. And this is in kind of a funnel shape because that's what it is. So first of all, we want a sign up page. This is the page that we're going to send our traffic to. Now you can create one from scratch if you're that way inclined, or you can just create one based on one of the templates that are on there. I'm going to choose this one. So all that does is it opens their editor. It's a pretty good layout, to be honest. You can just go through and change this. Now, one thing I like about GetResponse is they put little prompts in there for you as well. So if you're not sure what to write, they actually give you little prompts. So you see there, include a paragraph of text here that tells people more about your offer and why they should sign up. You can put a video in and reinforce the value proposition for the page, benefit, benefit, benefit. So really, they're kind of giving you the outline of what you need to do, and you can just concentrate on changing the basics. You may want to just click and change the color or change the images, and it's all really simple. Just double click on any section and you can do whatever it is that you want to do in terms of the design. At the top, we're going to click on next step. So these are the settings for that page then. So we've called it test sign up. You can put a description in there. This is where you choose the name of that page. Now you can actually click on this add a new domain, and you can add in your own domains if you wish, or a subdomain. If you're not very technical and you don't want to do that, you can use their default ones, and you can choose from various different ones that they've got. Obviously they don't look as kind of clean, and you may want to use like a link shortener just to tidy them up a little bit. Something like bit.ly, where you can put a bit more of a friendly name around it. So you've got more advanced options here where you can put a chat window, you can put some conversion tracking and various different things. I'm just going to press publish. So that's the first part done. That was really easy. So that landing page is now set up. So the second part is to create the download, the thank you page. So if you think about it, this is basically page 2. Someone's put their email address in, you've told them what you're going to give them, now you give it to them. So again, in here, you just edit what you need to edit, fill in the prompts, click below to download a file. This will actually link up with a file that you've created as well. So there's various different things. You could put a link in there saying now go to this video, and you could put your YouTube link in there. However it is that you're delivering or what you want to give them in exchange for their email, this is where you would then put it. Page title, we're just going to put thank you and publish. So you can see how easy it is that we're getting through this. So we've now got our main page, we've got a thank you page, and then last one on the list, we've just got to create an email. So this is where we're basically sending them a welcome email. This is the first steps towards building that know, like, and trust factor and start to kind of engage them a little bit. So click on create an email. So message name, we can just put this as welcome. This is for our own reference. Subject is what they're going to see. Again, we'll just put welcome. Next step. Now again, you've got absolutely tons of really good looking templates in here. So you can create a blank one, you can start from scratch, or you can just reuse one of these. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Some people find it's easier to start from scratch. Some people need that little bit of inspiration that they can kind of chop and change a little bit. I'm just going to pick one as an example. Again, really simple. Change whatever you want to change. You've got these little blocks on the right hand side for different things. You've got buttons, you've got videos and images and text blocks. So you can make it as fancy as you want. So if you're a YouTuber, for example, each time you publish a new video, you could send an email out where you put a little button on there saying, watch my latest video. There's all sorts of possibilities that you can do with these. At the bottom, we're just going to click on next step again. And that's it. It was as simple as that. It was literally 3 steps. So if we click on our landing page here, this is going to show us what the end user, your traffic or audience would see. So you've sent them this link, you've put this in your YouTube video description, you've put it in the sidebar of your blog, you've put it on your Facebook page, wherever you've put it. This is to build up an email list. So again, you're telling them why. Now, some people will not have all of this. They won't have all of these different benefits and features. They will literally just say, enter your email below to receive your free thing. So you can keep it really, really simple. So they would put their name and their email in there, they'd click sign up. Once they've put that email in and they've clicked sign up, that's when it then takes them to the second page, which was our thank you page. So this is where you'd basically give them the details of what they're downloading. So as I say, this is just an example, and as far as they're concerned, that's it really. You've just given them the thing that they wanted. You've now got their email address, and they'll probably forget about that until you email. There are lots of other email marketing products out there, but that's the one that I use and prefer. And as you can see, it is so simple. You've just set up an automated process that will serve you 24/7. As you create content, your audience will give you their email in exchange for that freebie. When they do, they'll join your mailing list and get an automated email from you. That leads us nicely onto step 5, where you continue to serve your audience. Your email list is going to start growing the more you put content out there, and now's your chance to improve on this. You can create email sequences and maybe extend that initial welcome by setting up, a 5-day email sequence where you can deliver some golden nuggets and help them realize that you're the real deal. Maybe even pitch to them one of your products. I know some marketers that have 100-day email sequences and some that just have a 1-day. As well as automated sequences, we also send broadcast messages. Now, a broadcast message is basically an ad hoc email. It's when you write and send whenever you have something to say. For example, you've just released your latest YouTube video and you want to promote it hard in that first hour. Not all of your subscribers will have notifications set. So compose a broadcast message and send out the link to your latest video. Tell them why they should watch it. There are loads of advanced options available in GetResponse 2, such as tagging, where you can track where they've signed up from and what their interests are, allowing you to deliver more focused messages through your email, and tons more too. Email marketing builds trust and familiarity over the long run. Remember that some people may not be ready to buy from you until 6 or 12 months down the line. By that point, you'll have nurtured a much stronger relationship. I hope this video helped you. All the links to the software and the lead funnel book are in the description, as well as other videos that can help you on your journey. I'll see you on the next one.